Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. For this video we'll be going through a unboxing of the Alto, and this is the red version, from the 30 minutes missions line, and this was released by Bandai Spirits back in 2019. So I'm a bit late to the party, as I am usually, but I thought I'd do some really quick reviews of some of these earlier 30-minute missions. I don't know why it's minutes versus minutes, but anyway, as I was saying, try to get some quick reviews of these kits. From what I understand, they're actually quite simple to build. I believe there's no polycaps, so in a way it's like the high-grade Leo, just obviously not in a Gundam universe, but more of a typical mecha general universe. But with that being said, let's have a look at the box. So here we have the Alto, and there are various color variants of the Alto frame. This one being the red one. So we've got the, I'm going to say computer art as opposed to line art of the Alto. We've got some more scenic background there. So that's the front of the box. Looking at the bottom of the box, so there's some interesting tidbits about the assembly. So looking at how the runners have been organized, it's like the Leo. It's also like the entry grade RX-78, where all the various parts on the runners are grouped together for general ease of building. And then we have some information about just using some nippers. It's all snap fit, so no glue. And obviously once the kit is together, you've got different color separation based solely through the plastic, without needing to paint the kit. And in terms of the actions, so some of its posability and articulation. Here's some different poses and different weapons and variants and customizations, which is pretty cool, which I think is part of the I don't want to say backstory, but part of the now I suddenly can't think of the word. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. It won't come to me. I'll stick with gimmicks for the time being, but there's a better word for it. But some of the customizations is meant to be quite wide and yeah, that just makes terrible sounding English, but basically customizations galore. That'll do. Side of the box, the top of the box, reinforcing some of the customizations, and that's different 30-minute mission sets coming together. In fact, here's an example of two different Altos, so Alto Red and Alto White, to make another Alto. So you can actually do this without having to necessarily paint the kit. So once again, that just reinforces that this series is really part of its... I'm really having troubles with words today. But yeah, customizations galore. We'll just stick with that because it's getting the point across. And there's the other side of the box. And obviously Bandai being Bandai don't do much on the back. So, now that we've had a quick look at the box, let's look inside. And we are presented with two bags of runners and a instruction manual. So what I will do is I will cut open these plastic bags and we will have a better look at the runners and the included manual. Okay, now with everything all out, here we have the manual for the Alto Red, and it's nice to see some of the information from the box repeat itself, so obviously reinforcing the customizations that you can do with these kits. So we have the two different bodies between the Alto Red and White, some accessories, which being a multi-booster unit, I'd imagine to give it thrust, submachine gun as a weapon, and some optional commander type armaments to make this type of variation. There was the included sticker sheet, so this just gives an idea of where the stickers can go, and at the bottom we have some information about some of the lineup around when this kit was released. So the Alto Red would have been the 7th kit in the line, which it may have had numbered on the box, I don't recall seeing. The Portanova, which I will do a review of, not the blue one I'm afraid, and then some various option parts. So that's the front of the manual, quite nice looking. In fact, there's some of the cover art actually in colour this time around. So that's the front, the back, bit of a breakdown of how the parts come together. I also lied to a degree. There are still some polycaps in this, but looking at this particular joint, it does have the resemblance back to what we've seen in the entry grade RX and the Leo. And then here's the breakdown of the runners: an A runner and a B runner. I can tell you there is a C runner as well. Okay, it's the first time I've actually looked at one of these, so I actually don't know how the booklet goes. Obviously all over the place. It's going to be the general gist. Okay, so let's move on to this page. So on the left, the parts list: A, B and C runner, a polycap runner, and the stickers that we saw earlier, so that's not too bad. 3 runners basically, and just reinforcing the customizations of these kits, which is cool, as well as the mentioning of the 3mm hard points, where you can connect various things. So good example would be auxiliary weapons, boosters and things like that. I'm sure this particular customization, probably with this particular arm, the commander parts, I'm sure connecting some of those hard points. Okay, I'm going to assume it starts off with the head build, the body, right arm, left arm. I will admit it is kind of cool how the parts are generally kept together. How I built this yet, I don't know. It will probably be my usual snip all the parts out, so it means nothing in the end, unfortunately. What else do we have here? We have the waist, the left leg, just fold that over momentarily, the right leg, and obviously some of the instructions are different to usual Gunpla, where it just goes over to the right. In fact, it reminds me of some of the SD instructions. And then down here you have the final assembly of all the various parts. And then in the middle here we have the weapons. The weapon does look really snazzy. Apparently thrusters can be combined together. Accessories, equipment, the what they call the Roy, which is even interchangeable with the body. So yes, there is customizations galore with this. So was it on the front? Somewhat, but obviously through here you can get an idea that although it's the base Alto, they all serve different field functions. So I can imagine if you like army building on the relative cheap, probably a good place to start. Okay, looking at what else was included, so I'll have a quick look. So here is the sticker sheet, various numbers that you can apply. I don't know if I'll actually put any on, but being a sticker sheet, shouldn't be too difficult to put them on. Looking at the runners, so we have runner A, and given this is the Alto red, it is no surprise, most of this is red. So bulk of this is in red, and the rest, I'm going to assume it's probably like a burgundy dark wine type color, which is cool, very complimentary. And then here we also have a bit of a clear piece of red, so a nice translucent piece that'll probably be for the visor. Looking at the detailing, I actually thought the detailing would be significantly worse, but it's actually not that bad. But in saying that, it's also not that great either. So if you hate panel lining, you could be in for some trouble. So, A runner. Next is the B runner, which I will just do this side. All the one flat color. It's like a purpley, or a purpley space grey. In fact, bear with me 1 second. I don't think I actually saw one. I know with Gunpla we are usually very fortunate to get a color listing, well, color breakdown, but apparently not with these ones, at least not from what I could see. So yes, I would say it's a purplish type color. So you've got probably most of your joints, hands and things like that. In fact, I'm sure the hands are probably very similar to the average Gundam, and I'm sure they're just as interchangeable. So there is the B runner. In fact, for some reason, looking at the color gives me some vibes of the one of the Vidar variants from Iron-Blooded Orphans. The last major runner is the C runner, and this is in your usual grey. So probably your accessories and other things, backpack, submachine gun, and I'm sure most of this is probably a collapsed version of it. Not sure what those parts are. That's pretty cool. Once again, the detailing is quite nice. See if I can get to some of the detailing without moving stuff. That's pretty cool. And then last but not least, the polycaps. Just your usual rounded ones. So there'll be 6 of them, which isn't too bad. So that's actually pretty cool. Looking at most of this stuff, I think everything actually gets used. Well, I hope. Okay, so there we have it. The unboxing of the Alto Red from the 30 Minutes Missions line. Hoping to do a few more. Probably I will be a bit specific with which kits I do. I will probably pick up the colors that interest me the most, red being a classic example. Although some of the other colors don't look too bad. I might do some dark grays, blacks if they have any. I suddenly can't remember, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of kits coming out. I think there's about, I don't know what they call the base unit, but there's obviously, so there's the Alto and the Portanova, but there's a lot of other variants also coming out in addition to different colors. So hopefully I'll get some more of these done in the future. Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a comment, a like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. Feel free to even hit that notification bell as well, so you can stay up to date when new stuff comes out. Extra content can be found on my Instagram account. Link will be in the description below. And speaking of that, because I'm terrible at remembering these things, I will include a few links to HobbyLink Japan, both of the Alto itself, and maybe even a link over to some of the 30-minute mission kits that they have available if you are interested. Thanks again for your support to grow this channel. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.